All right, here we are, week 8 of the NFL season. Thanks for tuning in to this live stream. And I'm still working out the kinks here with my green screen in the background. You know, I know I don't look perfecto. I just got a new computer, by the way. I'm pretty pumped about it. I buy power. I mean, I'm 47, and I feel like a kid again. I absolutely love this. I really love this gaming computer. It's fast. i7. It's got 16 gigs of memory, but I know that this stream to go on, one click, and it was on. It was on. Um, so I am absolutely sick to my stomach. I would never fabricate anything to anybody. I want to first show you what an idiot I am. Things that we've talked about. Listen to your gut. Played small yesterday. $9, 120. Seemed to be on stacks every week. Seemed to be on the right stacks. But here's what I did. And listen, I would never fabricate this because I do not want to admit this. And because it's making me feel awful. I had Dalvin Cook in my lineup here for Kareem Hunt, and I got so enamored by the matchup. But Dalvin Cook's a stud, Kareem Hunt's not, let's be honest. And, you know, Kareem Hunt's really not been running the ball well. I didn't love this game, but my rules are I was all in on Adams. I wanted a game stack of I changed this to late swap, but this was what I built around was Russell Wilson, Metcalf. I love Miami in this situation. This is where you got to throw out analytics too. Reason I love this situation was Rams were playing on Monday night, and again, I've told you when you make lineups, go with a theme. You have to have a thought process behind it, and you need all these guys to go off. In FanDuel, you don't. I mean, I got 3 guys really went off. Well, 4 counting Miami, and I cashed pretty high on the millionaire considering there's that many participants. If that's on DraftKings and you only have 4 go off, you probably, I don't know if you're on the cash line, but here is my thought process. I was kind of in on Garoppolo, and I said, heck with that. This guy's the best. I don't care what the matchup is. I don't think San Francisco's that good. Mahomes was the other guy I thought of, but I said, it's Russ. And his floor is so high, and I knew he was going to come in even less owned than Rodgers, but it was close. But I went Wilson, Metcalf, and I actually had Keenan Allen here. I did not run it back with anybody on this, but I had Ayuk and Cook, and then I swapped it out for Hunt and Keenan Allen. I would have had about 53 more points if I kept that lineup. Who knows if I would have changed anything in here, but as you can see, I would have been pretty high. Look at the winning lineup. Good play. I wonder if that was a late swap. You get a starting running back at 4,600. It's all about value. I mean, 4,600, he's playing. Even if he doesn't score, I mean, he scores 1 touchdown, 14, but 4,600. And look at this lineup. You know, the only guys I really weren't on in this lineup were probably him and him. But everyone else, look at Keenan Allen was in the winning lineup. But, man, I lost a lot of sleep over this because that not playing Cook cost me a lot of money. But on the bright side, I cashed. I'm getting better, which is what it's all about. I would have won this tournament, I think. This one, I had 921 single entry. Yeah. Damn. Good play here in Ebron. But here's what else I was thinking. I liked the defense, so that means you like the running back. Gaskin didn't get what I thought he would. I liked Marcus Johnson, at 4,500. Saw a lot of targets last week. I mean, look at Indy, scored 41 points. He didn't score. I liked him. He did score. So overall, my lineup construction wasn't horrible, but wish I kept cooking there. Oh well, what can you do? For tonight's game, the single game showdown, I actually like stacking two of the Tampa running backs. I don't know if you've heard that, but I'm actually thinking about doing that. We'll see if I even play. These are some of my past crappy games. I did do a baseball, which I'll probably get arrested for this. But it's the off season, and actually I'm not, nothing going on. This was one of the World Series games. That last game, look at that. One player hit, and I cashed. Two players hit, and you cash even more. All right, on DraftKings, I was really all in on Tannehill. Did okay on DraftKings. This was one of the single entry lineups I did, $3. I cashed everywhere this week. I didn't play a lot of money because I didn't do a lot of research during the week, but disappointing. I thought Tennessee would play better in this. I guess Cincinnati's a lot better than we think. I didn't think their defense was that good. Division games, but I figured I wanted to steal all the touchdowns in this game. So I went with 4 stack, ran it back with Higgins, and go figure, only Brown scored 51 total points, and I got I got 3 touchdowns, but not great here. I like this play of Bourne, Gaskins with Dolphins, and Metcalf, who I had in the flex, and I had a pretty low-owned tourney lineup. If you look at the winning lineup, I believe it was Mahomes. Oh, no, it was Russell Wilson, with Cook, Williams. And look at this. Also, what I did, too, I only did $1 there, and then I did all free entries. And I want to talk about that to everybody. Look at all these Madden sims. Now, I've been sucking at a lot of these, but so they do free Madden sims every day. Just throw a lineup in there. Why not? Look in the last 30 days. I've just thrown a lineup together last minute. I've won 30 cents, 10 cents, 10 cents, 10. Yeah, it might not seem like anything, but, I've won, I think on DraftKings or FanDuel, I won at one point. If you go to my account here, I had, if you went to the withdrawal, we don't want to do this. But I had in the fantasy bonuses, I was up to like $25 during the pandemic just for getting free money. But play those free games. So yesterday, I was a little bit upset with how I did. Well, I don't want, you get greedy. So look at this. I played a free Tears. It was 10 cents, but I had a voucher for this. This was free. Look at this. Top prize, $100. I had, Tiers is easy. You just pick these 3-4 guys of the tier. I just stacked, won a 3 stack, Wilson, Metcalf, and Dallas. I wanted all the touchdowns in that, which I got pretty much, except forget who the other touchdown he threw to. I know that Lockett gets stopped at the 2 or 3. I ran it back with Bourne and Ayuk, and I had Keenan Allen. 155-54. Bunch of us look at the head-to-head. First place got $100. Bourne, by the way, at the end of the game, got stopped on the 3-yard line. He scores. I take this down. Unfreaking believable. But I ended up winning $11.29 on 0 money put in. And I'll tell you, honestly, I just threw darts. I mean, I didn't throw darts here on 1, 2, and 6. Those I wanted, but I just figured I'm on the wrong. I just figured, you know what? I'm just going to stack the Seattle-San Francisco game. And I took Keenan Allen, which I knew would be chalk. I didn't think Ayuk would be chalk, but first place pays $87.50. So that was 10 cents, guys. All right. Here's another bit of advice to people out there. Is the chat disabled, by the way? I thought I fixed that. If I didn't, my bad. Hopefully it's because we got people watching. Hopefully you can enter chat. Play the games that you're good at. Okay, so I was getting sick and tired of DraftKings having multiple lineups. Okay, so I played more FanDuel yesterday, and I put a tournament lineup into my 50-50s and 3-man leagues, and look at where I finished. Fifth. Did pretty good in that. Love the millionaire, and when I looked at the multiple lineups, duplicate lineups, okay, there were 3, but that's better than 25-30 on DraftKings. You look at this. Yeah, there was some duplicates here, and whatever. I mean, duplicates are going to hurt people too, but not as many duplicates as on DraftKings. So play the games you're good at. Play free games, but try different ones. Try the tiers. Like if you're a beginner, and they should have Sunday on here. Okay? Definitely play the free games. Go to game style. They not have the tiers up yet. Okay. I'm all over the place here. Look at me with the new computer. I'm all over the place. Doesn't have tiers. Tournaments, play single entries. You got to. I do this. Total prizes. By entries. They don't have everything yet for Sunday. But I play single entries. Also, here's another piece of advice. Get the Roto Grinders extensions here for FanDuel and DraftKings. Okay? Here's why. It tells you the percentage that cashes out. And that's important. When you play these games, you want to play at least 25% that are cashing. Doesn't look like mine are. Okay. It says error signing in. That's great. So, okay. So an extension will go onto your, see, margin. Okay. So what you want to do, this is what I do. This is what I learned from the experts. You want contests. When you click here, you got to get this extension from Roto Grinders. Okay, see this DraftKings tool? This automatically goes on here. When you click a game, so let's go to single entry. 25.95 minimum cash. What does that mean? Well, 1,543 people out of 5,945 cash. This is a good contest, actually. I might do this. This is almost 26%. Tournaments usually aren't that high, right? 50-50s is pretty easy. Now, in double ups, how do I get rid of that crap? Why is it doing that? Pays 44%. All right? You get this? So go to head-to-heads. Go to 50-50s. 50%. So for tournaments, you want to try to find contests that are at least 25%. You can do what you want, but I'm just saying if you're in that's 26. That's really good. This is a 20 entry, but still 26% of it cash. This one is 24%, but I've seen some down at 17. Probably the multi-entry ones. 24. This is the one we just looked at, 26. So you don't want ones that are below that. These are probably really low. It's one ticket. See? One ticket, 0.5 per 6. So do that. Play the games you're good at. Got to go with your gut on this. And when I build lineups, I can tell you what I do. They got to have a story to them. Like I said, you got to have the answers to the questions. You got to use totals. If you think about it, a lot of the games that win big have big totals, right? This guy won it. I mean, look at Indianapolis. I mean, if you look at now, this was an interesting play. He stacked Rodgers with Tanyan, and I know what he was doing here. He was really debating, or internally, and he made a good move, and I could have still gotten here. I could have beaten him. What I did the same thing. He played Cook, I played Adams, but you didn't have to choose in this. You could have fit both of them in. You could have. Let's see, who would he have taken out? Keenan Allen. He would have come up $1,800 more on $1,800 more dollars to go to Keenan Allen to Adams, but he'd have gone $900 down if he went Miami, and he could have gone down here and gotten Ebron because he left some cash on the table here. So we both did the same thing, and we didn't have to. He won it, I didn't. And that's what is interesting about this. So he said, I know this. I'd love to ask him this. I'm internally fighting. I want both in my lineup. I did the same thing. But you know what? I'll take Rodgers so that covers my ass on the 3 touchdowns he throws. I'm going to at least get them. And if he throws 4 or 5 and 2 go to Tanyan, I got Tanyan at 5.9%. That was a pretty good idea what he did here, but didn't have to. I didn't have to do this either. But I know we probably were doing the same thing. I'd be interesting to see if he had Adams and then took Adams out to go to Cook. Because usually you don't stack. I mean, Rodgers to Tanyan, stack. And what you always do, you want to run it back, which I was going for a stack of Adams and Cook. So, but you look at, that's a rare 22-point total for a quarterback and a loss in the winning $1 million lineup. But look at 37-28. Davis, that's still a lot of points because it's a catch-up. 37, 30, 31, 41. I mean, look at me. 28, that's the defense. 37, 31. I mean, look at that. 1% owned. Boy, he scores 2 touch. 41, whatever. Adams, Metcalf. This killed me. The one game. And that. So you look at what he did. I'm going Rodgers, Tanyan. I'm bringing it back with Cook. He did a stack of Dallas and Metcalf with no run back. And then he did a single game. He did another stack of Davis and Bernard. Didn't pair the Colts defense with anybody. And used Keenan Allen. Great idea. Great line of construction. That was a lot of fun. All right. Hope you enjoyed this. Week 8. Send me an email. Antonellis.michael@gmail.com. And you know what? You can find me on Twitter @TheRadioMike. Thanks for watching.